Venture capital is specifically a form of private equity. So one form of an asset class that folks can invest in that specifically invests in startups, early stage companies, and these companies exhibit high growth potential. And so the reason why venture capital exists is because these types of companies, these startups, very early on tend to not be able to access traditional bank loans because bank loans require you to have a specific level of cash flows often. They require you to have collateral, whether that's real estate, hard assets, et cetera. Venture capital invests in typically technology companies, often software focused businesses that are IP driven, don't really have as much hard assets involved with them, asset light, software, high growth, global type businesses. So think about Facebook, right? Facebook is an online company for the most part. You don't see Facebook, when you think of Facebook, you don't think of real estate, you don't think of hard assets. It's a purely software business. And so, as a venture capitalist, we invest in those types of companies, the Googles, the OpenAIs, the Ubers, the Facebooks, very early on in their infancy, often before most people know about them. And so that is what is involved in being a venture capitalist, is finding those high growth companies very early. And that talent building those types of companies typically sit in specific places. The most well-known places in Silicon Valley, Stanford breeds technologists that build these types of companies. And if you think about it from an African perspective, those types of founders typically sit in hubs like Lagos, in Egypt, Cairo, in Nairobi, in South Africa. Those are more of the bustling technology ecosystems where they're training founders on how to build these types of high-tech companies. And I think in Uganda, we're still in the infancy, and I know some folks in our ecosystem that are involved in supporting young technologists and understanding how to build and scale these types of companies. But at the end of the day, a venture capitalist tries to find a founder building a high growth opportunity business that can scale. My focus is Africa focus across the continent, and then can also expand across other parts of the world.